Nice. And we got to protect Mother Earth, don't we?
Yeah.
All right. Clever Carbon. Michelle, good to see you. Let us know what Clever Carbon is before we get going here. By the way, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, such a pleasure. We teach people about carbon footprint in a really hip and fun way. We create content, I do workshops. We're an official partner to the NBA, so they use our tools to teach their fans.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Love that.
And also, sort of like getting a better carbon footprint has been in the news a lot. As a parent, how can we encourage our kids to take part in this as well?
Yeah, really, measuring is everything that is really important about this, whether it's your personal carbon footprint and for kids, tangible things like how much waste am I actually using?
Right.
So being able to, when you take out the trash, even things like weighing it or being able to count, how many things that you actually throw away is really helpful for kids because for them, what they see is what they understand.
Yeah. And what are areas in our life that are maybe making the biggest impacts on our carbon footprint?
Yeah. So when it comes to carbon footprint, it's really that 80-20 rule. It's 20% of what you do that makes up 80% of your carbon footprint. So your commute, the way you get to work, are you driving, are you biking, how much you fly. So flying is really the one of the most impactful things on our carbon footprint. And then you have your diet. People don't really know this or understand this, but the average vegetarian meal is 600 grams of CO2 emissions. So carbon footprint of 600 grams.
Okay.
A serving of chicken is around 1,300, and a serving of beef is 7,700.
Wow.
Yeah. The fourth thing is your home energy. So thinking about your heating, your cooling, all your large appliances, your dryers, your dishwashers, your ovens, etc. Those are the things that have the most impact.
The top three things, if you've got those, to reduce the carbon.
So food is important because we have control over food. You can't control if there's a bus station beside your house, how often the subway comes, or even if there is a subway in your city, but you can control what you eat. And as I mentioned, the numbers around the food, it can be really impactful. Home energy is also a big one. So using the oven, in the summertime, can you turn your AC down a little bit? In the winter, can you turn it up a little bit? And then again, it's really tracking. So do you know how much energy you're using at home on a monthly basis? Are you tracking how much fuel you're using?
Yeah.
Because what gets measured gets changed.
Now, what are some myths that you think we should just throw out the window that are just not in line with this?
Yeah, I love myth busting. One of the things is compostable single-use items, right? So a single-use item is a single-use item. It is waste. Whether it is plastic or compostable, it's still not great for the planet. And when compostable items, they're going to landfill, they actually produce methane, which is 25 times more potent than CO2. So reducing single-use is actually really the key.
Okay. We just had a shot of this. We might take another shot of it again here, too. I know you brought this, the carbon footprint coffee edition. So even coffee, maybe you can explain this a little bit.
Yeah, I love the coffee menu because it's such a simple way to show people about carbon footprint. When you look at this the first time, you might think, I didn't know coffee has a carbon footprint.
Right.
Like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Wait, how come drip coffee is so much lower than cappuccino and lattes? Like, what's up with that? And wait, why is there a difference between dairy milk and plant-based milk? Oh, so the dairy is actually where the carbon footprint of coffee comes from. And oh, I didn't know a paper cup, a lid, or sleeve all have a carbon footprint. If I use them 300 times a year, I don't like those numbers. I need to do something about that.
Exactly.
Is this something that maybe we would see in the future, maybe future legislation, where we'd see our calories and also our carbon footprint?
That is a key connection, and 100%. So there are brands that are already carbon labeling out there. So Allbirds is a really good example. If you look at their shoes, they actually show consumers what the carbon footprint of their shoe is.
Wow, that's amazing. Michelle, thanks so much for coming in and kind of clearing that up a little bit for us,
Great to be here.
Got to do that.
Yeah, and I will try to take less flights as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for you to get to.
I will take less, yeah.
Gotcha. All right, here's the information here for you. Clever Carbon, there it is. And they're all, of course, on the socials. I love that. Get a little learning here about the earth, keeping the earth.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
That's great.